What's up, YouTube? What's up? What's up? What's up with y'all guys and gals out there? Yeah, it's your boy, Purpose in Action. I've been missing in action pretty much. Yeah, I've been really busy. I'll say that much. I've been busy lately and haven't been able to get my timing right to get back on the videos and everything, but we're about to crank it back up. I think I got my groove back. So being that I'm back in the swing of things and I got everything lined back out, I should be able to pump some information out for y'all on a more consistent basis now. But yeah, we'll jump straight into it. I was thinking about my turning point. What pushed me into the mindset of being a business owner, or at least wanting to be a business owner and wanting to break out of that mold, that 9 to 5 working till you're 62 to retire type mindset. And honestly, it's something I noticed in a lot of self-employed individuals and business owners. A lot of it comes down to some of the same type reasons, but with me, it was all based around a job loss. Just being honest, and I noticed the same thing with quite a few other people, to be honest with you. Now that may seem weird. You may wonder, and one may wonder just in general, how could a job loss benefit you? How is that a good thing? It's a job loss, But okay, so let's be honest. All right, growing up, when we're in school, the school systems are, if I'm not mistaken, based around the Sumerian government, the Sumerian school system, something like that. I apologize for not properly researching that before I made this video, but feel free to Google it and look it up for yourself. But if I'm not mistaken, our public school system is based on the same blueprint as the Sumerian school system. And basically our school system is designed to create good employees. It is, basically everything about the structure, the discipline, standing in a single file line and, raise your hand to be recognized. You can't do things out of turn. You have to do what you're told, just behavior and following the rules and doing things in a systematic, like cookie cutter type way. It's all based around creating, first of all, good citizens, but also good employees. That's why you think they tell everyone, go to school, get good grades, go to college and get a job. That's what they're pushing. Nobody's saying, get good grades, get out, get a trade and save your money and become a business owner. Or, nobody's saying that. Nobody's really pushing in school. Nobody's pushing anything other than you need to get good grades, get out and get a job. And for a lot of us, not everybody, but for a lot of us, that's life. That's what we think it's all about. Getting out of school, high school at least, going to college and finding a job, a career job or something that you work for the next 30 years and hope you can, get a chance to retire, live long enough to see retirement, or, make enough money or have enough in your retirement to retire. So think about that. By the time you get 62, I think that's the retirement age, 62. I mean, honestly, at that point, the better years of your life are gone. They're gone. I mean, I'm not saying life is over. You still can live another 20 or 30 years, which is awesome. But your youth is gone. Basically, your youth is gone. I mean, you can enjoy life in a different way when you get to that age, but your youth is gone. So many people's goal is to just work the daily grind. They live to grind. That's all they want to do. They want to grind. Yeah, I'm grinding. You shouldn't grind your whole life. You shouldn't. You just shouldn't. Grinding is not easy. Look up the word grind. You're gonna grind yourself down to nothing. Yeah, a job loss was the turning point for me, and it was circumstantial. I was in school and working. It was my first job, and the classes I were taking, it got to the point to where it was the only time they offered that class, and it was starting to conflict with my work schedule. So I had a manager that was working with me on it. She was cool with it. Like, okay, just come in when you can, take your class, whatever. So like mid-semester, they had a change at the manager position, and I had a new manager, and she was not cool with it. She did not like it. And I mean, I can honestly say in my area, I was literally the best employee. I was like the hardest working employee. I worked like I had something to prove. I worked like I wanted a promotion. I worked like, it was $1 million job. I was only getting paid $5.35 an hour. That's back when minimum wage was only $5.35, which, Lord, that's not no money at all. But I was young. I was what, 19, and this was my first job. So cool, it was enough to do what I wanted to do. But so this new manager wasn't with it, so she fired me, literally. Didn't try to work around it. It was just she wrote me up a couple times, like, hey, you're coming late, and I'm like, I can't do nothing about it. I'm getting here as soon as I can. I got this class, and I'm trying to put school first or whatever, because I was already in school, and the last manager was working with me. She wasn't hearing it. Got fired. So when I got fired, that did something to me. It was like, wait, hold on. So I get fired for trying to do the right thing for my own self. I got fired based off of circumstances, basically. Stuff that was out of my control. And that was very uncomfortable for me. I did not like that. It was almost like, okay, my livelihood, and at that point I didn't have any kids or nothing, but my livelihood is depending on these other people. It let me know these people can fire me when they want. They can come in and have a bad day, feel like they can curse me out. I might curse them back out. They may fire me. I mean, anything. Just putting your life or your livelihood in the hands of other people and trusting them to do right by you. And the thing about it, people aren't going to always do right by you. They just aren't. And it wasn't justified because it was Walmart, by the way. It was Walmart, by the way. It wasn't justified because I was in the store about 2 weeks later, and I bumped into another manager, and she was like, hey, I haven't seen you around, at work. And I'm like, nah, I got fired. They let me go. And her mouth hit the floor. She couldn't believe it. And she was like, if you come back, I'll give you another job right now. She's like, I'll hire you in my department. She's like, because that was uncalled for. You're a great worker. You're a good guy. All of that. She wanted to give me another job on the spot, but I had a really bad taste in my mouth with them. And I was just like, no, I'm okay. I'm going to just do school, whatever. But I didn't even realize it at the time, but that was like the beginning of me, I guess you could say, kind of stepping out of the matrix, I guess, because I slowly, from that point moving forward, I slowly started to see how it really works. And I was still in school at that point, but as time progressed, it's like it just wore more and more on me, And, the thing about it, some people never break out of that cycle. And it's not meant for everybody to break out of the cycle. First of all, it's not meant for everybody. Some people it's just meant for them to work 9 to 5 their whole life, and then invest in their 401k and hope they got enough to retire when they get that age. Well, the truth of the matter is, even though that's not probably for everybody, it's just more so a lot of people just never realize what's really going on, and with trucking and what I'm doing with trucking right now, it's just, I couldn't be happier, I'm a business owner, and it really is, I am an independent contractor, which, I have my truck and I have my business to run and all that, but I plan on taking it further one day, hopefully. But some people never get out of their mindset. So, sometimes you have to sit back and reevaluate things and really, look at it from a different perspective. Ask yourself, just look at what you got going on. Ask yourself, will I be working for these other people for the next 20 years or 30 years to retire? Will I spend the better part of my life making some rich guy richer, or some, without you getting your own fair share of the pie, and that's what it come down to. And basically that's where I ended up after I lost my first job. And I had some jobs after that because there's levels to it. I wasn't rich. I didn't have money to go and start a business. I had a few really nice jobs after that job, good paying jobs too, but it wasn't about that. I knew, okay, this is temporary. I'm making money to get to where I want to be, as a business owner, or just in life or whatever. It's temporary. It's about steps. It's not one job I've ever had that I felt like, okay, I want to do this for 30 years and retire doing this. Not a single job, because I don't want to work for 20 or 30 years and retire at 62. I like to retire much earlier and enjoy life, because it's life. It's my life. Why should I have to work for 30 years just because the status quo, that's what the status quo is, or, that's what they tell you, the thing that they tell you that's what you're supposed to do. Think outside the box. Just because they say, oh, this is the age of retirement, 62, that don't mean you have to work until you're 62. It seems like the objective should be to step away from that and retire and not work until you're 62. So, but yeah, a job loss changed my life, for the better in the long run. And I want everybody watching this video, I want to challenge you. You don't have to be a truck driver, just you don't have to go start a business. But I want to challenge you to just sit back and think about it, okay? Whatever you're doing right now, your job, your career, is there something you can see yourself doing for the next 20 or 30 years until you retire? And if you don't plan on doing it, okay, what will you do until you retire? Do you want to work for somebody else for the next 20 or 30 years until you retire? Or 10 years, whatever you got left to retirement? You probably don't, but you probably feel like you have to. But trust me, you there's always a choice. It's life. This is life, okay? There's always a choice, okay? There's always a choice, unless it's, completely circumstantial and it's something that's out of your control, like you can't control when you're gonna die, so you don't have a choice. If it's time for you to go, you're gonna go. So stuff like that, of course, that's out of your control. But in terms of making decisions, in terms of career-wise and where you want to be and all that, there's always a choice. So are you stuck in the matrix? Or do you have a mindset of someone that wants to work for somebody else for 30 years, Now, if you got a job paying $500,000 a year, you're practically a millionaire already anyway. So, basically you can retire right now if you want to. But anyway, yeah. Think about that. I challenge y'all to think about that. What will you do until the age of retirement? Will you work until you get that age? Do you have a plan in place to buy some rental properties and get you $5,000 or $6,000 and passive income coming in where you don't have to work no more? Just challenge yourself, think about that. So yeah, I wanted to make this quick video. It's about 15 minutes. I'm gonna jump off of here. I'm gonna hit y'all with some more stuff. I got some good topics, some good ideas jotted down. I'm gonna start getting better at these videos. I'm gonna start perfecting it a little more. It's got some things I wanna dabble in with it, but just stick with me. I appreciate y'all for watching. Subscribe right now. Subscribe. Hit the like button right now. Subscribe, like, share, whatever you feel like doing. Even if you want to hit the dislike button, do it right now. If you haven't done it yet, hit it. It's all good. You got in the comments, leave the comments below. That's about all I got right now, y'all. So I'm about to go and get up and get my day started. So y'all be easy and remember to keep purpose in your actions. Peace.